Today we're going to be talking about my newest acquisition, the mint green 36mm Datejust, Jubilee bracelet, and fluted bezel. And so I was just watching some YouTube videos and I came across some YouTube channels that you might know about. This one here is Tim Masso discussing the exact same watch that's on my wrist right here. And he does these reviews and then he ultimately sells the watches. That's his business. And so that's how it goes. So I was curious to see how much is this watch being resold for, because he is reselling these watches. And so I clicked on the link that's provided and I was absolutely blown away on how much this watch costs on the secondary market. So I then decided to see if this is an anomaly and check two other YouTubers and their shops to see how much is this 36mm Datejust going for in the secondary market in the midst of this so-called bubble. So I checked out Luxury Bazaar, which you may know, and Hodinkee. So let's have a look at all three watch shops and see how much is a plain Jane, if you ask me, Rolex going for. And now, just to preface, I am a big fan of all these YouTubers. I watch their content, I'm subscribed, this and that. And I understand that, you know, it's a capitalist world. They're trying to make money, and I respect that. But having said that, given that I have this watch, and now that I've actually gotten to experience it, I will say it's a pretty basic watch. My Submariner feels a lot more substantial. It feels a lot more advanced. It feels a lot more durable, just higher quality. This is more of like a, you know, it's smaller, it's a bit finer, but there's a lot to like about this watch also. It's got the right configuration, I would say. It's got the Jubilee bracelet, the fluted bezel, and the most recent dial offering you can pretty much ask from Rolex. And so I understand that there could be a markup, but I didn't expect this kind of markup. So first watch, let's look at Watchbox Studios. That's Tim Masso's channel. Now, let me just tell you that I bought this watch for $12,000 Canadian. That's about $8,800 US. And we have this watch here at Watchbox, which is selling for $20,000, $361. That is an $8,000 markup, even more than that. So that's the first one. And this particular listing doesn't even have the Jubilee bracelet, which is actually extra from Rolex. It's a bit of a higher cost. So that's mind-blowing. Now, I know some people will say that's just the asking price. And so what I would say to that is, yes, it's the asking price, but it's probably within the ballpark of what the selling price is, because I have gone through these channels to try and buy a watch, and I have tried to negotiate, and they will take off $500 at most if you're doing a wire, or if you're sending some kind of cash, where maybe for tax purposes, you know, they don't have to claim it as a sale if it's cash. Or whatever other reason, and maybe there's processing fees with Visa and whatnot. But if you send a form of payment that's cheaper than credit, they will knock off some dollars. But $20,000 is just insane. You know, even if you're knocking off $1,000, $2,000, an $8,000 markup for a 36mm Datejust is insane. Okay, so is it an anomaly? Let's check Hodinkee. Hodinkee, an amazing publication. They've gotten into the reselling business. And here we have the exact same watch, which I will say, these are all used watches. They might be brand new, blah, 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 but they've been bought and resold. So I would say they are used to some degree. This watch is going for $13,600 USD. So that is a $5,000 US markup, okay? 13.6 in Canadian dollars $15,600 is $18,500 Canadian. So that's about a $6,000 markup in Canadian dollars. 5,000 US, 6,000 Canadian markup. Crazy. Okay, Hodinkee, I don't think that they are actually willing to negotiate. This is hassle-free. Box and papers, okay. So there you go. And then the third dealer would be Luxury Bazaar. They don't have this particular model, but they have the palm dial without the white gold fluted bezel, and that is going for $10,500 USD. So a little bit more realistic, but I would say this watch is probably around $8,000 USD without the fluted bezel, maybe even less, like 75. So we're still here at a $3,000 US markup, and you're not getting any white gold besides the hour markers. So yeah, you let me know. What do you think of these prices? Are we still in a bubble? Are these things coming down? Would you ever pay, or are you one of these people that are paying more than sticker for a 36mm Datejust? Nothing against you if you are. I'm just curious. I did get onto a waiting list for this watch, so if you don't want to wait, then and you want it now, then yeah, you pay and the watch is in your hands the next day. And that's totally okay. They're providing a service, you get a product, and that's how it goes. But this particular watch, I waited about 6-7 months, and yeah, I mean, I got a call. I don't know. Maybe they liked me for some reason. Maybe you've tried getting on the list, tried getting a watch, and you haven't gotten the call. So this is your alternative, but I'm just curious to think, what do you think of these prices, and are you paying these prices? And that's it. I guess I wouldn't pay that much, but if you want to offer me 21,000 Canadian, then you can take it off my hands and I'll just try and buy another one.